Hi, and welcome to MPN. I'm Whiskey Mike.
And I'm Keeper.
Over the past week, a story regarding the Israeli attack on Iran has been developing.
In previous years, the Biden administration was very public with its stance against Israel attacking Iranian nuclear facilities.
Recently, the Israeli forces have successfully landed a devastating blow against the Iranian nuclear program.
According to some reports, the Iranians lost 14 scientists to the coordinated attacks of the Israelis.
The scientists weren't the only targets. Traditional military targets, such as their production facilities for anti ballistic missiles, were also not spared.
According to one source, Trump claimed knowledge regarding the attacks before they transpired, yet he still saw room for an accord.
We knew everything, and I tried to save Iran humiliation and death. I tried to save them very hard because I would have loved to have seen a deal work out, Trump stated.
We knew just about everything, Trump said. We knew enough that we gave Iran 60 days to make a deal, and today is 61, right? So we knew everything.
Some sources claim President Trump is hesitant to bring the U.S. into the rising conflict between Iran and Israel.
Some of the current noticeable immediate repercussions to this attack are the price of oil is starting to see a rise due to the conflict, as well as an increase in the price of gold.
According to some sources, oil prices pared gains down from the previous trading session, with Brent crude down more than 2% after President Donald Trump set a 2-week deadline to decide whether the U.S. will strike Iran.
The White House says it is still in communication with Iran.
The Trump administration says the president believes there is substantial chance of negotiations.
President Trump met with his national security team again Thursday as they weigh whether to use U.S. military forces to strike Iran's nuclear facilities.
Congress is divided over how much power President Trump has. This can be seen by the following statements from the U.S. senators.
We have an opportunity to take it out. We should do that, Senator John Fetterman said.
I don't think the president needs pre-clearance to do one-off military strikes, Senator Josh Hawley said.
What we should be doing is trying to broker an agreement, Senator Tammy Duckworth said. Continuing around the states, innocent bystander shot, killed by a member of peacekeeping group at Salt Lake No Kings rally.
In Utah, a safety volunteer opened fire on a rifleman during the No Kings rally.
The rifleman in question, Goomba, was told to drop the rifle, but upon hearing the instructions, witnesses state that he moved to the crowd, then raised his rifle in a firing position.
After this, the safety officer opened fire. A bystander, Alu, was hit. He later died in the hospital.
The rifleman Goomba is facing charges for murder following the death of Alu.
The safety volunteer was recruited for the role due to their status as a veteran and was asked to help ensure the peace was kept during the protest.
Police said the permit for the protest did not specify that there would be armed security.
Police were also noted for speaking on how the roles and responsibilities of the event staff is being investigated. West Virginia flash flood death toll rises to 8.
Flooding in West Virginia has claimed at least 8 lives, according to reports as of June 18, 2025.
Regarding the deaths, the governor stated, "We now can clearly state that 8 people are confirmed dead in Ohio County. We just were able to receive news that the 8th person, an unidentified male, was just found."
The governor of West Virginia praises the responses of the National Guard linemen and highway workers in regards to the flooding and its damage.
The West Virginia National Guard had to put out a notice so that they would be able to help in the cleanup efforts to the flooding, stating, "If you don't have a specific reason to be on Route 40, to please stay off of Route 40.
This notice was due to the traffic that has been hindering the cleanup efforts.
RFK Jr. removes all members of CDC panel advising U.S. on vaccines.
17 vaccination experts were recently dismissed from the CDC in lieu of RFK Jr.'s CDC staff changes.
The experts in question held positions that allowed them to dictate what vaccine insurers are required by law to provide free of charge to the patients, like copays.
This group was also responsible for making sure that low-income families would still be able to receive the vaccines through government funding.
Although not bound to follow these guidelines, the CDC typically did follow the ones set in place by ACIP.
June 9th, the 17 members of that committee were all dismissed, citing reason of the committee being plagued with persistent conflicts of interest. 2 days later, 8 new members were added to the committee.
This change of personnel comes about 2 weeks before the next committee meeting.
The former committee members went on to say the termination of all members and its leadership in a single action undermines the committee's capacity to operate effectively and efficiently, aside from raising questions about competence.